Hand clap, brothers and sisters, we're finally back. We finally made it to another reaction on this Mystelics Reacts channel. Welcome to every single one of you guys on the Mystelics family and the new individuals out there. Tune in to see what's up on this here vibrations. These are my thoughts and comments, brothers and sisters. So what else? Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment box below. Don't forget to also what? Click the thumbs up button. I would appreciate that right there. Click the like button. I would appreciate that right there, brothers and sisters. So push these videos further and if you've not done so yet, subscribe for more vibrations inadvertently. When you click the bell, when you subscribe, become a part of Mystelics on me as well, brothers and sisters. I'm a bit thing right now because I just got some news, and of course, without further ado, let us get into the vibrations. And this is the news right there. Charlie Kirk has passed away as a result of being pelleted, brothers and sisters, in an event in Utah. President Trump stated right there. For those who don't know who this individual is, whether you following what is going on or not, this individual opened a number of college students' eyes when it comes down to what took place in the United States, man. And of course, he's one of the individuals I used to critique a lot when it comes down to what he used to say, and then of course, finally understanding the things that he was saying and married to what was actually happening. I saw the video of him. I'm not going to show that video right there, but that was a shocking one. A shocking one. I would not advise anybody just watching this video and think, nah, man, that is truly shocking, brothers and sisters. May he rest in peace. Right here, a number of you guys might not know who he is, but he's an individual who is pretty much like me and what I tend to do for the nature of the Caribbean, brothers and sisters. And somebody came and pelleted him. Just like that. He's gone. I saw the video of him getting pelleted, brothers and sisters. Just like that, he was gone. Bow, straight in his neck. Hitting scoratids, and then the thing just came out, man. That's why humans like this. It's interesting when you try to awaken the minds of individuals, or not necessarily awaken the minds, but bringing forth discussions that would not necessarily happen. And this is one of the things that I try to do my best in. This is why sometimes I know the information that I'm saying, but I try to put it in a question format whereby we are thinking, what is the possibility factor right there? And it's so interesting that this is something that he tends to do. He has these debates all over the place and goes out there to challenge the status quo, so to speak, of individuals. And when people, give their rebuttals and, they talk back and forth, and, it's something that it's, I have to give him kudos for definitely doing so right there. You open a lot of individuals' eyes when it comes down to the scenario of not just on political landscape, but on an individual landscape as well. Just on your own personal biological focus. What is your purpose? What is your mission? He's one of the people that opened my eyes to understanding exactly about, the importance of fathers in home. I grew up knowing that my father was very important, no doubt about it. When he passed, I knew the importance. I could see the big difference when he was gone. But he was also one of the individuals who pretty much opened your eyes and let you know that all of us have our purpose in life. And it's so important that you know your purpose in life, not just existing and just following whatever narrative. This is one of the things I noticed in Dominica. It's not just following whatever the prime minister or president tell you. It's not. Challenging them on certain things. This is one of the reasons why I always ask about the debates. The debate between Thompson and Skerritt. It needs to happen in a democracy. It needs to happen. And I think that is the mark of true democracy right there. He's one of the individuals that pretty much opened my eyes to a number of things, man, when it comes down to you as a human being and your purpose and your mission and your goal and being better for yourself and this kind of things there. And now he's gone. Somebody decided they wanted to end his life. And today he's gone, brothers and sisters. So may he rest in peace, and all those who knew about him, sympathies to you guys as well. Anyways, we are heading back to Dominica, brothers and sisters, and none other than Mr. Thompson Fountain, one of the individuals who is also like Charlie Kirk, trying to educate the masses as to what exactly is going on and challenge the status quo. It's very interesting where he's speaking. I actually mentioned this some time ago, where an individual came forth and was saying Skerritt did not pay the monies. Let's take a listen to what he has to say and talking about NEKKID right there.
I got I was coming online tonight, I got a text that I think I should read concerning the NEP. And it said, it's another month, another delay. Today is September 8th, and many who depend on the National Employment Program have yet to receive a single dollar. This is beyond unfair. It is survival for many.
Yep.
At Prime Minister handle, please hear us and fix this. And then hashtag pay us now, hashtag NEP delay, hashtag National Employment Program. I just got that from an individual.
That's sad.
So, if
It is indeed sad. I mean, people have bills to pay. I actually mentioned that. They have bills to pay. When they don't pay their bills, the bills are cut. Then they have to pay a reconnection fee to put back these bills, which means less money is staying in the people's pockets. So if I have $100 to pay for electricity, I'm not able to pay it. I have late fees to pay. I have to pay $115, $120, whatever it is, brothers and sisters. So that means I have $120, extra $20 coming out from my pocket. This is one of the reasons why I say if they are making late payments, they need to also add on the late fees, add on the payments that they made, because people also have their payments to make and they're not being made, especially when individuals are not paying on time.
even where government is the largest employer, it is having issues. It is having problems to pay.
Struggling to pay. Imagine that. With all the monies that is being collected. All the monies that are being collected, they're struggling to pay. All the CDI monies that is being overseas. Hi, what is going on? I mean, from time to time, you have to ask yourself a question, guys. You have to ask yourself a question. One of the things that sparked my interest was understanding that you pay a license. You have to pay a license, brothers and sisters, to drive on the road. You pay license for you to drive on the road. You pay license for the vehicle to drive on the road, which is very interesting to me. But anyways, we're leaving at that. And then we have some of the worst set of roads in the place. Some of the worst set of roads in the place, brothers and sisters. Roads that haven't been fixed for quite some time. But we're paying a set of money. The question is, where is this money going? Where? They're not paying NEP workers, but they're getting paid on time for sure. They're probably even getting paid before time. Not true. I don't know.
But if you have a private sector company that is sustainable because it is making a product that they can sell, that can earn revenue, it is manufacturing soap, it is manufacturing perfume,
So they're able to employ people.
shoes, it is manufacturing hair dye, it is making flour and so on. All of that is being exported. It is sustainable because these commodities are.
Yeah, it's sustainable, brothers and sisters. He's pretty much saying that the government is the highest employee, yet still can pay people. But if you have striving businesses in society that also are involved in soap and making oils and those kind of things there, it creates employment, then the monies go out, especially when you can export these items and more foreign monies is coming in, then that will also bring more additional revenue in that will then be able to pay the people. But the government is having problems paying people for some reason or the other. I know, I don't know. Let's just see. I don't know, brothers and sisters. I remember pointing on this guy right there. He's part of the NEP and he's mad and vexed. He's saying you cannot be doing a big man that. All the time like that.
But you can't do a big man that. Every time, don't come, don't come. John Irving, Dr. McIntyre, his mother, long. And tell Scary he can kiss my foot underneath or kiss my bum across.
What's your money?
What?
What's your money?
You work? Work stop.
So it's interesting that is an aspect right there. And you think, but Mystelics, well, it's NEP only. NEP struggling, all right. No. But as I said, I think people fail to understand that the economy is affecting everybody, not some people. And the people in charge of the economy, they don't seem to have a problem, but it's the people, the citizens that they are supposed to be serving that seems to be having a problem. Thompson is going to be talking about the business aspect as well. Take a listen.
After all of that, after they have to fight through all of those high taxes to the government, at the end of the year, government still slams them for 25% on their profits.
But they cannot pay NEP. Huh?
So he said, imagine, I have to work so hard. If at the end of the year I'm lucky to make $100,000 in profits, I have to give government a $25,000 out of that again. After paying them all of those taxes throughout the year. He said,
So there's taxes on this, brothers and sisters. In other words, you pay 25%, plus you have to pay your 15%, Correct me if I'm wrong here, brothers and sisters. Correct me if I'm wrong. Because there's something called income tax and there's something called VAT. They're not the same. So if you have to pay 25% on your income tax, then you have to pay 15% on VAT. That is truly something else right there. That is truly something else, guys. I don't think people understand this. Your government is not working for you, it's working against you because less money is coming in your pocket. That is how you know if you're doing well or not. When more money is coming into your pocket, you know the government is doing well. When less money is coming into your pocket, you know it's not doing well. All sorts of additional fees. They're taking out things for 6 months and say, hey, look, Dad, we're trying to lessen things for you. I sure the prices in the shop, they dropped, you know. I'm sure. I'm not willing to bet and stake my life, but I'm sure of it right there, brothers and sisters. I mean, I'm just thinking of the point here of it is one thing where you going for it, you seeing it, you feeling it, versus not seeing it and feeling it at all. Kind of like when people will tell you, oh, I don't care about what happened to you in the hospital. That don't affect me or my family. They're not feeling it, so they don't care. But when your time comes for the hospital, now, and the hospital doesn't have proper equipment. Just the other day, a man died, you know, guys. Look, I remember seeing a post of a lady making noise, talking about, oh, it's one thing when we're talking about, is a lady, you know? Or it's not a lady, I think it's some brother that passed away, and they were talking about the situation with this there was a stab wound and stuff of that brother, and the person was saying, well, what about the hospital, and the hospital don't even provide the necessary treatment for that person to live. I understand that there may be squabble between family, friends, on this kind of things, and in the heat of the moment, certain things might happen. I'm not excusing that, but at the same time, I'm still wondering, well, what about the hospital if the hospital themselves don't even care for the very people that they're supposed to be treating? You understand that madness, but that is a very shocking stuff, revelation to unfold it. When the people just don't care, but it's one thing when you're feeling it, and you're not doing nothing about it, but you're feeling it and it's getting worse. It's like when somebody holding your hand and they're squeezing your hand tighter and tighter. Your hand getting squeezed, you know they're squeezing your hand. Oh, that's okay, man. But they're squeezing your hand tighter and tighter, and you're starting to feel pain. And you're still just not removing your hand, nothing. You just said, well, that is what it has. Squeezing my hand is what it has. Well, that's what they're doing for the businesses, brothers and sisters. Squeezing the businesses. Squeezing them, trying to get more money out of them. When you can say you're adding an additional $800 in fees for water, not even using the water, you just have to pay an additional $800 in fees, yet still you cannot pay NEP workers. Where's that money going? To whom? Well, I can give you an idea, brothers and sisters. It is going to the very people who have increased their salaries. You would say, but the economy is not doing well. Why did you increase your salary? If the economy is not doing well, why are you increasing your salaries in an economy that is not doing well? And then NEP workers wondering why they're not getting paid on time. If they're getting paid, their government is the first set to get their money, you know. They don't worry about you. They get their money already.
It makes no sense. We cannot understand. I would have liked to use this 25.
Oh, before I continue, brothers and sisters, even on that merit, some people need to understand that businesses who make monies or profit in this hard economy, you realize that these businesses are the ones hiring people, right? These businesses are hiring people to work in the establishments, so then in turn decreasing the unemployment rate. And when they hire you, brothers and sisters, and somehow more fees have to go, what do you think is going to happen? They're going to have to end up firing you because they are not able to meet the cost that of which they create business for. That is the whole point.
Yeah. It makes no sense. We cannot understand. I would have liked to use this 25,000 to probably employ somebody.
I just said that. The first time I seen the video, by the way. I just know Thompson has some great stuff he has to say right there. He could use the 25,000, hire somebody for $1,000 a month, I mean, that is the standard Dominica, ain't it? $12,000. You could probably hire two people. Hire two people for the entire year because you make an additional $25,000 with $1,000 remaining. But no, it has to go to the government instead. Do you understand what I tell all you? Or do you understand, no? Maybe, more or less. Maybe, well, hopefully.
That probably employ an additional worker, or two.
Or two, exactly. So it's not just the NEP workers filling the brothers and sisters. They squeeze in the businessmen and women out there. They squeeze in them. But you know who's also getting squeezed, brothers and sisters? This guy, right there. Now you might be wondering, what is this guy doing walking in a Pampers? No, it's not the Pampers he have on him, not the pants, no, brothers and sisters. This man that you see walking on the road probably finds it very difficult for him to find clothes. So he's wearing a plastic bag. Yes. He has on him a plastic bag. But that's all he has on him. He probably bust two holes in the plastic bag on the side and put that on him and tie it in a kind of a way where it'll stay out. Things are so bad. This is what somebody's saying. At this point, something wrong. Something wrong, DA. Because what? What? Oh, because what? The person saying something wrong in DA. Because what? That's what the person is trying to say right there. He's not modeling. No, he's not modeling. He's not modeling plastic bag. Things are so bad that is... No, I'm not putting aside that he may have some mental issues that could be the case too. But who is helping him? Huh? With all the monies that the government wants to take from businesses and not paying NEP workers on time and so forth. Just, I mean, how? Boy, all you one day, all you get it. So that's that guy right there. But there's also another issue, brothers and sisters. I saw this video on a group that was very interesting. And it got me thinking right there. Of course, you guys know about Batibu Beach. Well, let's take a listen.
I can understand that. We just went there.
I have to do my exercise. So I have to get paid from the dog. And if you don't want to pay, that's fine.
Right. But we never said that.
Yeah. Okay.
We never said we're going to pay.
Because the lady said she's good enough. I don't want time to argue. Yeah, she cannot be here. She cannot be here. She's not paying. She has to go.
We never said we're paying.
Okay, so let me get good. I come on with you. I don't you. And please, that garbage, don't bring it on that. Oh, good.
Mr. Oscar, bring the garbage on the beach. You have to go with your garbage. Anyways, guys, you get the point right there. In Batibu Beach, these people came, I guess, gate was open, whatever, they came through, they wanted to take a relaxation, whatever. No, one thing I must say on these guys, the Batibu Beach is not owned by anybody. You cannot own any beach. Okay? You cannot own any beach. However, the beach is kind of like in an exclusive area where the beach is bypassing on the Douglas Estate, I think it's called right there. On the Douglas Estate. And of course, for you to get to the beach, you have to pass onto the land. And I think where this lady is coming in, she's indicating that, hey, no problem coming to the beach. You just have to pay to access on my land and you can go to the beach. And since these people are there, obviously they have to pass on the land. And she's saying, hey, you have to pay and so forth and so forth. And thing. But by right, I don't think anybody can own a beach or a river. But these people are there. They went on the lady's estate, on the people's estate. And things. So she's pretty much saying, hey, you guys need to pay me for that stuff. You know, things that happen. If this is their livelihood and saying, hey, I come back to Dominica and these kind of things there, come to take care of the estate and what have you. I also maintain the beach and so forth and so forth. The least you can do is pay to come and utilize it. Pay to pass on my estate. And of course, that money is being utilized to obviously clean the beach and keep the beach clean and blah, 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 and so forth and so forth. That is pretty much the argument right there. Things are hard in the country. If this is your livelihood in Dominica, respect the people. That's, you could at least say, well, if it's open and you came through, and if they lock the gate, you can't go outside, you know. If you lock the gate, you can't go outside. I think that we went there sometime and the gate was locked and they had to call somebody. Was it there? I can't remember if it was there. It was somewhere else. And then we went in. I guess the people forget that we were there. They locked the gate and stuff. And we had to end up calling the people and they came for us and so forth and so forth. And we went out. I think it was like an event that we went and so forth and so forth. So, yeah, I think things are hard in the country. If these people have their livelihood and this is their livelihood, just pay them their monies now. I think that will be sufficing. What do you think, guys? What do you think? Dap with them on the estate and come on the beach is ours. No true? What are your thoughts on this, guys? What are your thoughts on this? But I think the way she's probably acting on there, she's probably acting out of frustration. And some people might say, oh, why is she making all that noise for? And the way she's talking, sometimes it's the person's personality and dealing with individuals who pretty much just try to take advantage of others right there. And I understand the perspective of the individuals in the vehicle. Maybe it was open, come through and what have you, but the person made their statement clear and, you know, you just organize or just say thank you and just leave to go to other beaches. There are other beaches around. If you don't want to go on this one, you can go on other beaches. You don't have to pass through the person's estate. So these are just my thoughts on this. What are your thoughts, guys? Let me know your thoughts in the comment box below. But you know who in Dominica doesn't seem to have any issues at all? Yes, there are people, well, not necessarily people, brothers and sisters. They are living creatures. There are living creatures in Dominica that do not have the kind of struggle that Dominica have. Let's take a listen. Let's take a look. This is ROSEAU Bridge, brothers and sisters. And you see a nice flow of the river. It's very low, but one thing we're seeing right there is the dogs are relaxing. There are dogs in the river taking a nice river bath. They have no concern in the world, brothers and sisters. The economy is not affecting them, although they looking meg. They're looking meg, but at least they're having some sort of, you know, relaxation. Let me zoom in. We have technology, brothers and sisters. We have technology. So these animals are there relaxing, soaking themselves up. They don't have much issues. If they get a bone by KFC, they can just walk down the road and then people throwing food and what have you. They can go in the garbage and scavenge, you know? Yes, guys. So it seems like the only level of relaxation that is there is for the animals. Not for the human beings, but for the animals. Because NEP workers having problems, businesses having problems, hélas. People trying to take a little free up having problems. Business owners themselves having a problem because the very people trying to take it free up, they're paying them their rightful monies and all kind of things, brothers and sisters. Boy, what a time. What a time to be living in, man. And when you see people like Dr. Thompson Fountain coming out there to speak, you know, you just have to pray God for protection and even for me as well. Because when I see people like this individual, I saw the video that shocked me. That shocked me. Yes, man. Just like that. Humans can be so wicked. You try to help them, elevate them, open their minds to see the truth. Brothers and sisters, I understand something called natural selection. Natural selection, the mind sometimes is not the best. So it's reliant on others for survival. And sometimes these people who don't have necessarily the head, they have incompetent minds, I would have to say. They might not working properly. So they might be incompetent. Then somehow gain some sort of confidence and say, no. Reality is not what reality is. So I can believe and do whatever I want, and that's how I feel, and that's how I move. Hey, red is red, and blue is blue, and green is green, and that is who I am, and yes, have nothing to do with reality, how I feel. And then people come, people like this guy, people like Thompson and Glenn Roy come and say, hey guys, something is wrong. We need betterment as human beings. And then it seems like for some reason or the other, humans just don't want to listen. And when natural selection doesn't take place, wicked people then come and do what they feel like they want to do because they have no control of themselves, it seems. They just want to do ultimate wickedness. People who take and dedicate their lives to help people understand what is actually happening. That is truly something else. But still, God is in there. God is watching. Sometimes you just wish that God would act very fast, you know. Hey, take out the problems. But something I understood very important. Sometimes you might ask God for strength and He give us boulders and steps to climb. Why should I climb this? Just give me the strength. Because sometimes it's the adversity in life that makes you understand what truly life, what true living is. It's the adversities that shape us to understand how we can better impact others. It is the passing of others that even when we learn the true meaning of living, and sometimes people still don't get it, because time and time again we are reminded of people passing away, and we still waste time. The best thing in life that we have, brothers and sisters, is not the money that we can make. Some can make it better than others. Some making it very well, but don't have much time. The best thing in life, brothers and sisters, is utilizing time. Time is the greatest currency that we have, and it's ever so fleeting. One of the things that my mind tends to do, brothers and sisters, is to try to understand humanity. I was in the air just the other day, brothers and sisters, looking down and at the little houses, tiny houses. And I'm thinking to myself, this is how we look at the ants and the ants' nests. When you look at the ants, we are so big and the ants' nest is so tiny and small. And in comparison that to the rest of the universe, brothers and sisters, we are but a mere speck of dust. Aye, aye, aye. Looking like termites. Just like we see the ants, the small ants running up and down the place. Sometimes we step on them. And the ants, there's even things smaller than the ants, the germs and the termites and the parasites. These little creatures, brothers and sisters. It's interesting to understand. I don't know, brothers, I'm just going on a rant right there to try to figure out, you know, my mind does go sometimes. Not go, you know, but my mind does go thing. And maybe you guys understand where I'm coming from right there. It's like we don't understand the value of life and we end up wasting time. I remember that guy who spoke. I think he's a trucker, and he spoke. And he said, don't you feel like 20 years of your life has gone down the drain when it comes down to Dominica? Don't you feel? I remember speaking to this particular young man. He was a young man back in the day. Much older than me, but he was a young man, brothers and sisters, back in the day. Heavy support of labor. All conventions here. Oh, he did. Everything he did. You know? Probably himself being there trying to make a little money here and there because the economy not doing well. And I asked him probably last year, about a year and a half ago, asked him the question, so what have you accomplished? What have you accomplished? What have you gotten? What exactly has been the benefit of you supporting the party? And the man tell me after 20 years, 20-something years, I think it's 23 or 24 years, the man tell me absolutely nothing. That is his words, that mine. Absolutely nothing. And people don't seem to understand the value of life when we waste it, supporting people that are not doing well for us. And we expect for some reason or the other that hope will somehow bring competence. Oh, hélas, we don't take lives too seriously. Because we're just there, we're going through the motions and believe, oh, that's my party. Ooh. You get a little $200 or $300 when you can be making tens of $1,000 in a striving economy. I watch Dominicans leave Dominica and go overseas and talking about, I know Dominica, just the other day I know people that just bought their house. They bought their house not in the United States, you know, in the Caribbean, then people buy their house. And people in Dominica balling, say they last. You don't pay me yet.
His mother long and tell Scary he can kiss my foot on Tane.
This is, and then business is, no man. Guys, I finish. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Let me know your thoughts in this regard. If you understand my concise, click the thumbs up button. I would appreciate that right there. And of course, definitely subscribe for more vibrations, as they do definitely tend to come through right there, brothers and sisters. Be real. Rest in peace, Charlie. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Right there. That's crazy right there. Rest in peace, man. Be real, Saturday King always, still despite the odds. Thanks so much for watching. Be positive.